So this should be a H1 tag. For everyone that's new to this, never heard of what a H1 tag is. It's a heading one. It's the most important heading on the homepage, and it's the most important piece of text that you're going to come up with in your brand communication story. So we've got to work out what that is. So someone lands and they go, what's the promise? Why am I here? What am I trying to say? Like literally what you said when you started talking can be formed part of that, right? Page two, same thing, needs to have keywords in it that have search volume that people in Google are actually searching for, so that when people land on the website, they go, oh, great, I'm in the right spot, because I was trying to find something to do with like regeneration of the land, and I was looking for a smarter way to do it so that my ground is stronger and so forth. So I'm in the right spot. Then we got to come down here and we got to have like 5 more what we call trust statements, right? Or 6 or however many I'm going to fit in here. But that. Why we're aiming to do that is because people read that and in their mind, they go, yep. And then they read that, they go, yep. And then they go, yep. And they go, cool, I'm in the right spot.
Welcome to the 40K to 400K formula workshop. This is where we help e-commerce founders find their fast path to a more profitable business, consistent Shopify orders, and a business that feels more in control than in chaos. Thanks for everyone for registering. Anyone that is here that has not registered, if you go grab the registration link, which someone will drop in the chat right now, you can go jump over there, register, and everyone that registers will shoot you a message, and you can go grab one of our $150 amazing value courses for free. You get to pick. There's the brand communication course with yours truly, conversion rate optimization with Paul. There's a few meta ads and meta ad creative courses in there. You can have your pick, and as a thank you for getting registered and giving us your details. Today's call, 3 must-dos that we prefer you to do. We'd like you to lock in. We're going to be here for about an hour. Obviously, the more engaged you are, the more present you are, the more you're going to get out of this. We'd like you to be seen optimally. If you can have your camera on, we'd love to see your lovely faces. Understand if you can't, and have a chat. You see, the chat is live now. Find out where the chat is in Zoom. We'll be chatting to you throughout the call, and we'd love you to answer some questions and be active and chat with our team as we go through the call inside of the chat. Few goals for today. Here's what we'd like you to walk away with. We want to show you how to turn browsers into buyers, right? This is a massive piece for every e-commerce business that's trying to generate more sales. And that's really to do with converting more of the people that visit your site into people that buy from you. And we'll take you through our process of how to do that better. You'll also see what's broken in your business. Most owners we meet can't see the actual reasons that they're stuck, because we've been doing this for a long time. We do this every day. We can see around the corners, and we'll show you how to spot those gaps and find those things that are holding you back and break through them so that you can leave with a plan. You'll all walk away knowing exactly what to execute, what to focus on over the next 90 days. No more guessing, no more trying to figure out, and far less chaos. Big question we get here on these calls is, will this stuff work for me? And the short answer is yes, and that kind of comes in 3 flavors of yes. Will it work in my niche? Yes. If you run an e-com store, this will work for you. Will it work at my size? Yes, the same principles that we teach for someone at 10K are the same things we teach for someone at 100K, same principles that we teach for people at $1 million a month. Will this work now? Yes, this is stuff that is working right now in October of 2025. Can't believe it's October already. That is crazy. But hey, it's birthday month for me, so that's good. This is stuff that's working right now. These aren't drop shipping hacks from 2015 that worked a little bit in COVID and all this kind of time. This is stuff that works right now. Us, our team, our experts, our coaches are inside of e-commerce businesses today. So the stuff that we teach is stuff that we're working and is working for businesses right now. Who this is for, probably if you're on this call, this is going to be for you, and you probably fall into one or a few of these categories, right? You're passionate, you've got this killer product, you've got something that you just know that if you got it to more people, it would have a great impact in the world. It would help people. It would solve a big problem for a demographic of people. You put your heart and soul into creating something, but you just don't know how to get it out there. But you know that if you knew the right moves, the business could really start to work. We also meet a lot of overwhelmed business owners, right? Business can be confusing and overwhelming, and there's so much advice, there's so many channels. Every TikTok guru is telling you something different, and you end up with 40,000 things that you're going to try to execute. And because there's so many things, you get overwhelmed and you end up just procrastinating and not doing anything. And month after month, year after year, you stay in the same place because you just don't know what to do. We're going to uncomplicate that and unoverwhelm you today on this call. And we like to meet people that want to make money. It's all well and good having monster revenue numbers and then paying all of it to the ATO and never keeping any for yourself. We want you to build businesses that are profitable and that actually service your life, that let you have that freedom, that let you have that lifestyle, that let you do the things outside of working in your business that you started the business for in the first place. Thank you for muting Candace there. And the third question we get by a lot of people is, why should you listen to Paul? Why should you listen to myself, Chris, Roxy, anyone on our team? Is because, as I said, we're in the trenches of e-commerce businesses every single day. Our coaches, our experts, everyone inside of our team are live inside of e-commerce businesses, right? We're not general business people. We're not generally business marketers. We're e-commerce experts. We're inside of e-commerce businesses. Paul also built Warcom, one of the first e-commerce stores in Australia, which he launched in 97 and sold in 2014 to an ASX listed company. And during that process, sold about $40 million worth of product in the tech space. And during that process, he also set up the Insightful Agency, which today builds about 100, 150 Shopify websites a year. And essentially, he built that marketing agency to build and market his own business. So if it's happened in e-com, we've been there, we've done that. We can see around the corner, we know what's about to happen next. Paul's sold every type of product, sold some good ones, sold some crappy ones, right? Hired good people, hired bad people, right? Grew, didn't grow, right? So if there's something that's going to happen to you, we know what's coming, so we can put the pieces together for you and show you the right next thing to do in your business based on where you're at. And the funny thing is, because we teach principles, we teach from stuff that's always worked. The stuff that worked 25 years ago, that worked 10 years ago, that worked 5 years ago, is the same stuff that we're currently using right now to help our clients in October of 2025, right? We teach principles. We show you stuff that is time-tested, battle-tested, that's guaranteed to work, not fancy hacks and of-the-moment hype that's just working right now for very specific types of businesses. This is stuff that's applicable across the board. And when we apply this inside of client businesses, they get results like this. We have clients doing their first $1 million years. We have clients doing $1 million months. We have clients hitting their first 10K months, right? Moving from different platforms to suddenly having their own Shopify store that's starting to generate that first 10, 15, 20K. We have people doing 100K months, 200K months, right? We see results like this all of the time. And here's a great example of this, Steve from Holdcom. So if you're on the call and you've got a VL Commodore that needs some custom OEM parts done, Steve's the guy to go talk to. Steve joined us. He was doing pretty well. He's doing 160, 170K months, but was really looking to scale and just didn't have those right next steps. Since then, Steve's hit new daily records. He had a 13K day. He had a 60K month, 60K week. And he's now pushing 250, 260K months consistently. And what did we change? We didn't revolutionize his entire business. We didn't tear it apart and change everything. We pulled a few significant levers that really helped just to fine tune how things were operating inside of the business. So obviously we are here on this free workshop that we run here every single Wednesday, and we do have an unhidden agenda. Obviously, we're looking for our next client success story. As I say every week on this call, I'd love to put your face on our next testimonial and tell everybody about your business and how you joined us and you were doing 10 grand and now you're doing 140K and your life's amazing and you're traveling the world and doing everything that you ever wanted to do. That's why we run these sessions, to find our next success stories, find people that want to work with us, that we want to work with, that we can see that we can help their business. And our mission is genuinely to help people, right? So our promise for this workshop is that whether we ever see you again, if this is the first and only time we ever get to talk to you, you will walk away from this workshop with something that you can implement in your business. But obviously, we'd love to sit down and work with every single person one-on-one, but due to time constraints, that's obviously not realistic. So we will have an offer for you on today's workshop. So can I get a raise of hands? Can I get a yes? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat? If for anyone that would like to work with us a bit closer towards the end of this call, we're going to share a little bit of an offer with you. Give me a hell yes or a no thank you or a thumbs up or an emoji or a happy face in the chat. That'd be awesome. Awesome. Justin's in, Melissa's in. Good stuff. Next big hard question for everybody here. Whilst you're in the chat, stay active. Let us know, where are you at in your journey? Everyone we meet is probably in one of these 4 places, right? You're in startup or even pre-startup. You haven't quite launched yet and you're starting to make that first 0 to 10K a month. You're in setup mode. You're starting to figure things out. You kind of got your product suite coming together. You're cracking 25K months. You're in a grow up phase where you're really focused. You're starting to scale a little bit more, maybe improve that product suite, find more market, figure out how to make your marketing work. Or you're in scale up. You're at 50K, you're at 250K plus 300, 400, 500K a month, and you're absolutely crushing. So just let us know, whereabouts is everybody at. We've got some startups, mostly startups today, which is good. Good. Startup. Fantastic. All startups. Good stuff. Paul and Delane were in startup mode when they met us, and when we met them, they were doing 10, 15K kind of inconsistent months. Paul was working in the business. Delane wasn't able to work in the business. She was having to do other things. They had a really good product, really good, clean collagen protein. Very, very good business, but just didn't know those levers to pull to scale. They are now doing record annual growth. They're now doing consistent $95,000 months. They'll start pushing 100K months very soon. And again, we didn't revolutionize the entire business. We tightened up a few screws, right? We didn't reinvent the whole thing. We just tightened some things up, pulled a few levers, and just improved and refined what they were doing. And they are now super happy. Delane's now also working in the business, so they get to spend time together working and growing their business, improving their product range, and doing all the stuff that they want to do inside their business. So you see results like this, and you go, well, how does that happen, right? So what do you think? How do we get results like this? Is building these client businesses, is it luck? Do we just happen to meet people that are already on that trajectory and we just kind of ride their coattails and screenshot their screenshot their Shopify stores and go, hey, we did all this stuff, right? Is it magic? Is it some sort of magical formula? Is it a system? What do you reckon in the chat? Is it luck? Is it magic? Is it some sort of a system? What does everyone think? Everyone's come to play today. That's good. Everyone's system. Fantastic guess. Yes, it is a system, and Paul's going to be, his brain's so happy right now and just seems super chuffed. Doesn't have to overthink everything anymore. And there's a whole backstory to that for everyone that hasn't been on these calls before. But this is what we call our more orders model. As you can see, there are 3 things on the screen here. And this is the system that we teach everybody. This is the system that we apply to every business that we meet. These 3 things are the 3 biggest levers you can pull in your business. They are also the 3 things that are broken, need the most fixing, need to be optimized, need to be improved in every single business, regardless of what size you're at. And they're the 3 things we fix in every business that we meet. They're also the 3 things that if you don't fix these 3 things, there's no point doing anything else in your business. You'll just be burning money, burning time, and wasting your efforts. So we are going to play a bit of a game today. We're going to help you. You're going to help us guess. You're going to help this little guy who's having some sort of existential crisis, looking at the gallows. Are we going to hang this little fella, or is he going to survive?
Look at this thing.
Each of these 3 things starts with an S. 2 of them have 5 letters, as you can see, accurately depicted in the number of dashes under each word. And 1 of them has 7 letters. What do you think these are? Is this little fella going to survive? We'll give you a few guesses. Two of them
Correct.
sound very similar. One of them sounds quite different.
One is store. Brilliant. One is not sales. Keep going. Whoever can guess all three that hasn't been here before is going to win a cool prize.
I like that Rachel took the system from before.
Yeah.
Brought it here. That's close.
Oh,
You got two.
Rachel's close. You got two of them. Oh, it's going to be a dead heat here. It's between Beck and Rachel. Tied together. Nah. Oh, nah. You're going the wrong direction. Go back. Nah. Remember, they've got 5. Oh, look at that. Store. That's it.
Rachel got strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got one more. If Rachel gets the last one, she's winning. Or
And
Beck.
if he dies, do we just end the call?
Yep.
No.
Selling points, sales. I'll give you a hint.
It's hey. Story.
Bang.
So what are all 3? Let's go. First person.
Winner, chicken dinner. There you go.
Yeah,
Done. Rachel wins. All right. We'll sort out a cool prize at the end of this. Maybe we'll do like we'll do what was I going to call it? Like a scorecard session, which is valued at like $500. Chris and I will do that. We'll talk about that at the end. And we'll probably can do this for someone else as well. Oh, now you've drawn away your screen, Chris. Oh, God. Hang on. Please have two drawings.
It is your store, your story, and your strategy. Congratulations. That's the best guessing we've ever had on this call. Well done, Rachel. Rachel came to play today. Your store is all about conversion. This is the conversion element of your business. This is about having a high converting website, a Shopify store that actually converts browsers into buyers and does it at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15% rather than 0.05%, which is where a lot of people are sitting. The second part is your story. And this is all about connecting with your ideal customer through compelling brand message that speaks their language, that speaks to them, that lets them feel a certain way, that lets them understand that you know where they're at, you have a solution to their problem, they're going to be able to solve it easily, and that flows everywhere from your website, through your social media, through your emails, through everything that you do, your packaging. That same story gets told over and over again, and this is how you build brand. This is how you stop competing on price, right? This is where you become a business and a brand that people trust, come back to, tell all their friends about. And the third piece is your strategy, which is all about taking control of your business and removing the chaos, as we talked about earlier. This is about your business model. This is having the right product suite, focusing on the right niche. This is having the right step-by-step action plan of what to do, when to do it, and what order to do it in, right? A lot of people do the right thing at the wrong time, and that makes it the wrong thing. A lot of people do the right thing in the wrong order, and it messes up their business, right? They start sending traffic to a website that's busted and just end up wondering why they burn cash. It's because they're not doing things in the right order. And that is the strategy part of your business. That's how you get more orders. So we're going to choose one victim or a volunteer, to have a look at your website. Who would like your story, store, and strategy audited and fixed right now on today's call? Let's get our hands up. Let's get a volunteer. We'll have a look at probably one site tonight. I think if you've got a site that you'd like us to have a look at, I think we had one potential earlier.
The sustainable paddock. That's an interesting one. Who that person's here?
That one looks a little bit not much to touch on yet.
Yes or no? I've got some ideas on it.
Oh, go for it.
Anyone a bit more established or got it? Okay, you got a volunteer.
Sure. Whose is the sustainable paddock? Is that Rachel? Have to scroll back up and see who it was.
It was Melissa.
That's Melissa. Sorry. Cool. Okay. Do you want to come off mute, Melissa, if possible, just so that we can chat? Otherwise, I can talk and you can type, but this doesn't usually work that well. So,
So what we're going to go do now is we're going to do what we call our fast path plan. So we're going to take these three things, your store, your story, your strategy, and we're going to have a look at your particular business and map that onto the fast path plan, which is, as I said, the right thing to do and the right order in which to do them. This is the process that we take all of our clients inside of the e-commerce circle through so that they can fix what's broken, build the stuff that doesn't exist yet, grow stuff that's actually working, or transform and make big moves. Maybe you got to buy a warehouse, maybe you got to buy more product, right? You've got to change markets, add a new demographic. But mostly we're going to focus right down here in this bottom left corner. What do you need to do in the next 90 days? That's not 4,000 things. That's a handful of things that are actually going to drive your business forward. So I'm going to jump out of here and I'm going to hand over to Paul, and he's going to run this through for Melissa.
We're going to try this. We're going to do 2. That's what I'm thinking. So given that we've got a few people here,
There we are.
we can.
Melissa's yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So can you give us the backstory about this, the brand and everything, Melissa? More so like.
Yeah. So I'm a regenerative ag coach / livestock nutritionist.
Yep.
Started that website ages ago, and through COVID and that had a whole heap of stuff happen, and now it's just sort of I'm able to go back into my work and do this business again. So just we'll be doing a whole new, it's an old theme, it needs a new theme update and a whole new wham bam scenario.
Yep.
So that's where I'm at this point, just getting us some ideas to move forward, so we can push sales and grow.
Yeah, amazing. All right. So a few things, right? Now, when it comes to talking about your story on your website, when I land on your website, I can't see any story, right? So, I mean, obviously we're on desktop and I'm like, I don't see anything. I see a menu and see the back end of some horses and some grass and stuff, right? But as soon as someone lands on your website, you need to be making a promise to them as to why they're here, right? So this particular sentence here says like,
I've been trying to come up with like a really good transformation sell point for that, and it's still no ideas land for that one.
Oh, I've got a few. I'll give them to you. So this should be a H1 tag. For everyone that's new to this, never heard of what a H1 tag is, it's a heading 1. It's the most important heading on the homepage, and it's the most important piece of text that you're going to come up with in your brand communication story. So we're going to work out what that is. So someone lands and they go, what's the promise? Why am I here? What am I trying to say? Like literally what you said when you started talking can be formed part of that, right? Page 2, same thing, needs to have keywords in it that have search volume that people in Google are actually searching for, so that when people land on the website, they go, oh, great, I'm in the right spot, because I was trying to find something to do with like regeneration of the land, and I was looking for a smarter way to do it so that my ground is stronger and so forth. So I'm in the right spot. Then we got to come down here and we got to have like 5 more what we call trust statements, right? Or 6 or however many I'm going to fit in here. But that. Why we're aiming to do that is because people read that and in their mind they go, yep. And then they read that, they go, yep. And then they go, yep. And they go, cool, I'm in the right spot. So for example, now I've whipped these up in about 3 seconds, but you need to be clear about you're the destination to go to, because your way of farming is smarter, right? And your way of growing helps, like your crops and your livestock to grow stronger. And then we need to talk about like the regenerative way and identify how that helps them, right? So am I on the right path with what you're trying to say so far? Yeah. So for example, and again, like when we, and I, sorry, you go.
Yeah, we have product-based and consultancy service on in-field work as well. So it's both. Yeah,
got it. Okay. So I want to frame this by saying when we do this properly, it takes us like a good 6 hours to come up with like the perfect thing, right? Because your story needs to speak to a very specific kind of person, and it needs to agitate their pains and their problems, and make them promises and like be persuasive and right? But to get you started, and again, this is like super important, because if you don't have a good story that you can put on your website and then in all your ads and everything else and all your videos and in your emails, this is the number 1 reason why websites flop flop, right? Because you haven't said it right. So, but for example, you could be saying something along the lines of like, I'm going to draw this here, and I don't know if I can change the color of this to be like whatever, bright fluoro green, you know, something more like this: farm smarter, grow stronger, you know, the regenerative way. People go, oh, that's what I need. I need to grow smarter, I need to grow stronger, and it needs to be regenerative, right? So again, not perfect. I've got like 400 other variations that we could have gone through, you know, like, so because real farms deserve more than feed bags and promises, you know, not sure what the paddock needs. We do, you know, like the regenerative agriculture that's real, not trendy. It's, again, I've done this super quick, but you're like, it's a statement and it's a promise, and people go, I'm probably in the right spot right now, right? Then we follow that through with like a H2, and a H2 again, like all of this comes out of a proper brand strategy. But you come into this section and potentially you have something like this. You know, we do independent consulting and natural nutrition that restores soil health, pasture function, and livestock performance, right? So parts of this may be right, parts of this may be wrong, but you're like, it's clearer, right? So then we come down into these boxes down here, and I'm just thinking like, so what do people want from a trust statement on this particular brand?
Probably be around your experience, around what's different about them. Is it a different type of feed? Is it scientifically backed? Stuff like that.
Well, it's more holistic and organic, connected with nature, landscape literacy, things like that.
Is it better for the horses?
Food quality, performance-based.
I reckon one of them is something
nutrition.
like this. So over a decade, a hands-on livestock nutrition experience across farms, all farms, big and small. So people go, oh, she knows what she's talking about, right? Then something more along the lines of like this. Oh, now you can't see them, but let's change the color of the font so that it's white or red. There you go. Our clients span coastal Queensland to rural, and many have worked with us for years. People go, great, she's from here to there and she's trusted, right? Then we've got something along the lines of like this. So I'm going somewhere with this. Just bear with me as I like rip them out. You know, every product we recommend has been tested in actual Australian conditions, not just the lab trials, right? So there's 3. I got like 20 more, but again, you can see what I'm trying to achieve here. So people come and they read that and they're like, oh, hang on, change color. All right, read that, and they're like, oh yeah, great. Read that, great. Read that, great. Read that, great. Read that, great. Now they're going to be more, what do you think they're more inclined to start doing now? They'll go, I'll keep scrolling, right? Then they read this bit again, and this probably needs to be changed as well. So something more along the lines of this. Let's change this as well. So, and I can't stress this enough, why this stuff is so important for people, right? Because if you nail these 7 sentences on your homepage or 10 sentences on your homepage, like your business is in a completely different spot, because people go, I get it. Science-backed farm consulting, natural nutrition solutions that restore soil strength and livestock and help farmers transition from conventional to regenerative without losing productivity. People go, great, that's what I'm looking for, right? So this is only a tiny part of what we do when it comes to actually fixing someone's story strategy. But why this is most important, again, is because when it comes time for you to start running Meta ads or Google ads or doing media or doing anything like that, when you're on those other platforms, first thing you want to do is you want to get them off the platform using pain agitation. So you're like, I'm going to take you away from this platform right now because you've got a pain, right? I'm going to remove you from the platform that you're on, like Google ads or whatever, and I'm going to get you to your website. Once you get them to your website, then you start need to making promises, right? And the promises need to be backed around like proof and science and all the feel good stuff and all your experience and everything else. And they go, great. That's why I left there. That's why I'm here. Now show me the products. Does this make sense so far, the way I'm going through this for everybody? Everybody else understand kind of why I'm doing this as well. And I might do this for Beck as well, right? Once we go through this. But can't stress this enough. In terms of why most people's brands have a crap conversion rate is literally because they're telling a terrible short story soon as you land on the website, right? Like I give a terrible analogy, and last week Chris Vallado did it way better than I did. But I'm like, at some point, some of you ladies, like hands up if you ladies on here, do you have a partner? Do you have anyone married or got a partner or anything like that? Right? Yes, no, maybe.
Yep.
So let's assume some of you did. When you went out dating, right? You went out, I assume most of you looked good. You went out, you spoke good, you told a convincing story, right? And because you told a really good story, like you went and met these amazing people and they go, oh, she's really interesting, right? And then how you looked, think of that as your conversion strategy. So you spoke good, you look good, so you converted. Now, some of you are married, kids, blah, 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 all that. But if you hadn't have done those two things, you would have gone from date to date to date to date, right? And you go, I don't know, it's not working. I go, well, I'm rocking up on a date wearing my tracksuit pants and a croc, and I don't have a really good story about my life. And I'm like, I'm not sure why the guys aren't coming back, and women and vice versa, right? So most people's websites are unfortunately in that state. They're wearing crocs and they're like not telling a good story. So fix that and game changer. So that's the first part of this, right? So now, second, I won't go too much further in the story. I think I've covered the story, right? That's really, really clear. So I just do want to say it again, though, that when we do this properly, it takes like a good 5 to 6 hours to nail this, right? And it's completely transformational when you do it properly. Now, if we look at the second part of this and we look at from a conversion strategy. So again, let's skip the homepage because like most traffic is going to go to your product page. So if I go to online shop and what's your best selling product at the moment, Melissa?
At the moment, it's seed. So we just do a pre-release of seed for.
Okay. So farmers come along and they go, I want like a ton of seed, right? To do their hundreds of acres of this stuff. Is this what we're talking about?
Yeah. So I I do broad acre stuff, but this smaller stuff all goes into Sydney and smaller hobby farms. There's a niche market for that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. So let's talk about a few things from Tinder for me. Yeah, Tinder for me too. That's where I met my wife. So there you go. And I
had a good brand strategy.
I had a great.
Wearing Crocs in my photo.
I'll share the secret. My strategy was like me and my beautiful dogs, right? So that was what that helped with conversion. And I told a great story, and it was
the
good.
Dogs
now
are
we're
a
married.
Conversion bumper, Paul.
They are. I've heard that's the thing these days that everyone uses apparently. So I'm not saying I pioneered it. Maybe people need a cat, or like if Mel was single, she could put a horse or something, or I don't know, whatever you need to put in there. So let's get into conversion. Oh, my voice dies. So now on a product page, there's about 100 things you need on a product page for it to actually convert, right? You've probably got about 5 of them at the moment, right? So because you don't have all the other things, 1, it won't convert as good as it can. 2, Google won't find it properly. 3, it's not a great user experience for your audience, and that's why they're going to bounce. So let's go through a few things. I should have had more energy drinks or less energy drinks. So you've got a H1, that's good. You're missing what's called a H2. So a H2 is like a sub sentence that sits under this that is a bit more descriptive, right? So potentially it's some of this stuff down here. So what was that? Someone just had a, hang on, Candace is back.
Good, I'm mute.
All mute, okay. Now, there's another thing that we need in here, and they're called meta field benefits. Meta field benefits are like the top 3 or 4 things that people think about when they go, why shouldn't I buy this product, right? So, for example, whatever that top objection is that people have, sorry, you want to make it a statement here. So, for example, maybe this thing is like, oh, how much land is 1 kilogram gonna like cover? Right. So they go, in here, it might say something like it covers 5 acres or 2 acres or 4,000 squares or something. You go, great. Then you'll go, how easy is it to use, for example, right? So you go, oh, like anybody can do this. Like it's, easy to apply. Like you don't need any equipment. You can do it with a shovel and a pitchfork and put it in, scatter it around, blah, blah, blah. So stuff like that, I won't go into all of them, but like whatever they are, we need to including them on all the pages. Next, we need to have like shipping information. So for example, I know this is pre-order. Oh God, my voice is, give me 2 seconds.
Do you need anyone to take over, Paul?
Sorry?
Do you need anyone to take over?
No, in a second. It's
We'll be
right.
right,
My
yeah.
throat's so itchy. I just talked all day. That's why.
Yeah.
We should do these in the morning, not at night time when I've talked for 8 hours.
Oh gosh.
So you don't have the shop pay button, right, enabled on here. So Shopify has the shop pay button, the big ugly purple button. And if you don't have it, it's going to kill your conversion rate. Right. So go in, turn that on. That means anybody can check out instantly using shop pay, like game changer. What else is missing on here? I won't give you everything, but like, information about, hey, in stock, ready to ship today, blah, blah, blah. So to my point though, you've got a product page, you've got collection pages on your website, you've got a home page, you've got a cart drawer page, you've got what's the other pages. If you don't have all the elements on all of the pages that you should have, again, that's why your conversion rate's terrible, right? So you can see store, story, away we go. All right. So we're going to try and draw. Now we're going to put into like a fast path plan for you. And I might even get Chris V. You can even help me with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you stop talking?
Yep. Which bit?
I'm sharing. Hang on. So
Right.
So let's do this. So first I'm going to clear. We're definitely only going to do one of these sessions tonight. Unless, you know what, you can do the next one after this one. So get ready. So if I was you, Mal, here's the things I would fix in the order that I would fix them. So let's go back over here. Number one, you absolutely have to know your brand messaging strategy. I did a terrible job, right? So I'll give myself like a 5 out of 10 or something, right? So I feel like it could be, if you get a 10 out of 10, game changer. So brand story, that needs to be fixed. Usually takes a couple of weeks. Secondary to that, you please don't just go and buy another theme. Like everyone else who watches this later and they go, yeah, I'm just about ready to buy another theme from Shopify stores and it's going to fix the problem. And I go, cool, how many themes you bought now? They're like 97. And I'm like, still not working. No. So when you're ready, we sell a beautiful thing called the store converter kit and it makes all these perfect. So our team will chat to you about that. So, but need to fix your website, right? Put that in here. Fix this, fix that, story, nailed, right? Then we start getting into strategy. For a brand like yours, the next thing that I would be focusing on would probably be Google Ads, right? Because I imagine that the kind of people, you know what, it's probably both. I feel like people would be sitting on Facebook talking about.
Definitely both.
Yeah, they're talking about this stuff in their chats and the stuff. I'm like, where could you get seed from? Right. Yeah. So assuming people are having DM chats in the hobby farmers, and of which there's probably monster hobby farmer groups. Like I just moved regional, and everyone around is a hobby farmer or a big proper farmer. So I know those people we're talking about this. So meta ads and Google ads, right? So, but the important bit is you need to nail your email flows as well. So if people come to the website and they don't check out, you want them to be picked up and be retargeted by your email flows. So for example, hey, we knew you were going to check out, you didn't. We want to educate you about what we do and how we help you and what you should buy and and you send them emails for the next 30 days and you go, fantastic. Then they come back and then they purchase from you, right? So then that makes this and that makes this very profitable. When you go, great, now our return on our ad spend is 8 instead of 3, right? And it's 8 instead of 3 because your website converts at 4% and because your brand message says the right thing and your website says the right thing. And you go, great, we've got an 8x ROAS. Now we can go and put $2,000 into ads, and we're getting back 15 grand ish or something, crazy good numbers. And you're like, good, pour money on this thing and scale it to the moon. Right. So for you though, these are the 4 things you got to work on.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Super easy to fix. Fix that, fix this. And then all the other little fiddly stuff in the background, away we go.
Okay, awesome.
Do you want to add anything to that, Chris V first, and then Chris M?
It's more just because it can sound overwhelming sometimes, but the reason we do 90 days, 180 days is that we're all one person running a business, 1-2 people. Sometimes we don't have the capability to do everything at once, so it's just so important why we do this the pathway plan like this. So we tackle these the brand strat and the conversion optimization. What WS there, Paul? What was WS for? Sorry.
Website.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Usually correct. So we tackle the brand strat and the website for those 90 days. And then once that's done, we put our mind and focus onto the other things. Because like a lot of people tell me it's all overwhelming. And the reason why is because they're trying to do everything at once while also running a business, raising kids, have all this stuff. So it's important to condense your time. You focus on the things that move the needle the most, which for a lot of people, if you're beginning, is going to be these two things.
Yeah, but most people muck around in this sea of chaos.
Yeah.
Going, like I meet them and I go, how many hours a day do you work in the business? They go, 8. I go, cool. Show me your 8 hours in the day. And they go, oh yeah, 7 hours finding new products. And I'm like, how much time do you spend on your story and your website? They're like, oh, I changed my button from pink to green, and I'll come back next week and hope for the best. I'm like, that's not how you fix this stuff, right? You know. So, do you want to do this with someone? Has that been helpful, Mel?
Amazing. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. I know it's like this big red eyesore, and I'm just like, okay, I need to like go back and start again.
Don't think of it like a sunken cost with the whole starting again. It's like you figured out you need to do the next step, and now you know the next step's there. You wouldn't have gotten here if you didn't do the previous things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
The super exciting and easy bit for you is like at the end of the call, you're going to get a message from like Roxy and go, hey, you should just get this thing called a store converter kit or a full website, right? Yeah. And you go, great. You just go copy and paste from what you've got into our system. And then inside of like a weekend, you just go save, publish, and you go, shit, that was way better than it did before I met Paul. Right.
Yes.
You know, and then for the people who want us to do this for them, you go, great, that's the other option. Right. And you go, you guys do it. And you guys make me the best looking bloody website ever. And I go, great, we'll just tell you how that works. Right. And then we do your brand strategy and you go, oh, this is really easy. I mean, I say this is really easy because it is really easy. Like we help you do it all.
And you've done it a million times before.
Done it a million. You go through Chris's brand story folder and he's got like 90 of them or something now. And you go through our website projects and I go, there's like 300 in there. And I go, it's the same system for everybody. So it's no testing out here. We'll do this for Mel now, I reckon, Chris. And because you like that brand as well.
Sorry, for Beck. For Beck,
sorry. Yeah, more
yeah. No, I'm happy to do a quick one for Beck. Beck, you're still with us?
Beck and Mark, the baby.
Beck, Mark, yep. Perfect.
Baby's still sleeping, but my other 2 kids have just come home, so I'm not sure how we'll go yet, but I'll give it.
No, that's okay. If you need
Last week we had Chris on the call and he's a young dad and he had one under his arm and he had the other one out there. So like we get it. I've got a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old. They're likely to come in with no pants on and be like, hi, daddy. And so it's all good. We got you. Good. Chris is going to do this.
You can see the screen right now.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool. I mean, this is an easy little bit of actually, I needed this to work a little bit smoother for me. So we land on the website. The pop-up comes up instantly. I can't click out of it unless I go and find this little thing saying, no, thanks, I'll pay full price. That might deter. That's not something usual that happens. That just might deter people. So I would probably make that usually, I think, Paul, it's like if you click outside, you can continue the experience is how that would usually work with a pop-up.
Yeah, click
1000% turn it off. Just turn it off.
Yeah, that'll attract a lot of people land on this, and they're gonna leave because it's just a little hard to use there. But let's move on to the good stuff. So I really like I think you have a really cool product. I can see it's really marketable as well. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the business itself first, quickly, a bit of an introduction to you and the business, and then we'll kind of just jump into it.
Yeah, this is just something so the foldable travel bag, like I've used them myself before, unbranded ones. And I just thought I've never come across one that's actually really good quality. So I've decided to kind of make my own. So I've got my own landing here, hopefully next month or this month, October. And yeah, so have just sort of like dabbled in the e-commerce world this year and just trying to make something of this. The hero product is the foldable travel bag, and then I've got a few like complementary products on there as well, but the foldable bag's the thing that I am sort of targeting for marketing purposes anyway.
Yeah. So did you say you were selling them previously and now you just rebranded, so now you got your own?
Yeah, so it's unbranded ones, and now I've just redesigned, made it better, made it my own, and that's where that's where I'm at now. So gonna kind of relaunch early next month.
Have you got a lot on? How many do you have on the way to you? Like, is it hundreds or is it thousands?
About 650.
Cool.
Yeah, right. Of this one, the one that's top left there.
Yeah, it's gonna be this one. So those
Yeah,
reviews
cool.
those are your reviews, not like pulled in from elsewhere. Yeah, perfect. Cool.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the generic, like non-branded ones that I was selling before. Yeah.
Awesome. I think you're doing a lot of cool things on the website, and then there's a lot of things that are kind of just like slight, like small mistakes, but probably easy to change. That would make a huge difference for you. I think we'll tackle firstly the brand messaging as well, like the story here.
Yeah.
Big thing a lot of people kind of do is they go straight into shopping. Here's what we can do in terms of what you can buy from us, but nothing in terms of branding. So we land here and we go straight into the product, join the VIP list so you can buy later. It's straight into buy. Whereas like we went through before, and this is how we do all of our websites, we're really heavy on building that trust and that branding up front as the main experience when people land. I mean, you got an awesome product, and I'm sure you've done some brand work before. I could see below with some of your trust icons. I would be sharing more about that, more about the product, like who you really want to answer when you land here, who you are, what you do, what you sell, why you're better than why people should buy from you and not your competitors. Basically, we've got to get that all across in this experience here. Whereas if we see what you're doing right now, it's just going straight into here's what we sell. And that's basically it. But I think you have some really awesome stories to tell with a product, and like probably situations where it's been awesome for you. And we could share all that here. I'm not going to attempt to do the H1 and H2 like Paul did, but by all means, it would serve you so much better to have an H1 and H2 here that explains those things like I just said, but also has keywords for that product in it. For example, do you know do people search foldable bags to find your products?
I think so. I don't really know. I don't have that sort of data.
No worries. That's a little bit of work that could go into it as well in terms of keyword research. But absolutely, we want to go and tackle those things with the branding and then include those keywords here, because it's just going to give you like free search traffic on Google. So that definitely I would redo. This is the H1. We've got to make sure this is the H1 as well. I think this is all one image right now, it's fairly typical. Most themes do this. So you want to make sure this is your heading 1, this is your heading 2, and we're really tackling those things like who we are, what we do, and why you should buy from us, and then also those keywords. And it's going to make a huge difference for you immediately. Bring those reviews down the bottom. So like I said, you want to really, as small Aussie businesses, like we're not Nike, right? Like people don't just come here and buy instantly. They got to understand a little bit more about us. And when they come through an ad, you want to make sure they know they're in the right place and that they should be buying from you. So things like down here, these are actually pretty good. I mean, you could go a little deeper on like some more unique kind of benefits to your brand. But let's just say these were like, top notch. You would bring them up way further to the top before we go into sell. And then even further below, you got all these lovely reviews. I wouldn't do it. This is cool to have down here, but we got 550 reviews right here. What we like to do is, again, bring everything up there that's building authority right to the top. So then by the time people are scrolling down a little bit, sorry, Bobby, you're trying to...
I was just drawing where they should be. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I keep moving. But yeah, do it now if you can.
Yeah, like that. We got like 500 reviews of our product. We got people go, oh, great. Like Chris said, like the trust icons, throw them here.
Yeah, you're doing all the right things. It's just like positioning and all that. If we go to up top sellers, it's pretty self-explanatory. Shop foldable travel bags, toiletry bags for our community. I'll go a little deeper into why did your community love it? Have a little bit of, have you ever dive deep into any kind of brand messaging, like who our audience is, what they love about our products, that kind of thing? Have you done any work like that?
No, I wouldn't say I've done a deep dive into it. No, definitely.
Yeah, no worries. So
do that.
yeah, of course. Look, I think it's coming to, you actually have a pretty nice looking website. I think it's just coming down to, we got to change the order of a few things here, really bring all the authority and trust up top, because we know the product's good. People will buy the product. But for those who haven't seen the product before or seeing it for the first time, they've got to know more about you, the brand, and why they should buy it from you. But then what I would really tackle is going to be straight away, if we do that fast path plan for you, the first thing I would do is your brand messaging. I wouldn't do anything else. We'll talk about ads in a second, but anything else that's not going to tackle the brand messaging to improve the conversion rate, I would say isn't going to be the best use of your time right now. But we'll have a look at the product page quickly. This is a cool product page.
So that's a good example of meta fields. Yeah. Like there's a lot, but it's good. Like you got 5. So this is what we're talking about before. Sorry, jumping.
No, absolutely correct. The only thing I would say is if we could have the buy now or the add to cart button like further up here. So we like to call this the fold. we want that anything below, if I scroll down, that's below the fold. If we have that button higher up, I know it's sold out now, but when you have stock, you want to make it so it's still here even when I land on your page for the first time. The whole thing with websites is we try to make them dummy proof. So we want to make people do as little as possible to be able to buy from you. So it's even things as simple as it comes down to like, don't make them scroll to find what they need to take action with you. The scroll should be their decision because they want to learn more about you. But I think you've done a lot of really good things here on the product page. I think generally your website's one of the better we see you come on as starters on these workshops, which is awesome. Yeah, the payment things, this is fine. Aussie design, fast delivery, yes.
You just don't need those payment icons there. Put them in the checkout. It's just taking up space. This stuff is more important than this.
Yep.
Chris is 100% right. Like show the buy button, like shrink. Yeah, take them out. You don't need
the
them.
payment out, but leave the 3 icons underneath it.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And shrink the font size for your product name. So it brings it all up.
Sorry. Oh, this is a good one. And this might be relevant for,
Shrink that.
Emily, I think it was Emily. We chatted earlier today. She has an issue as well with like the size of her text taking up too much space. Things like this, like where you have, such big letters, it just pushes everything down. Doesn't need to be that big. I think you got everything else though here. So the product page is cool. Homepage is almost there. Are you doing anything for ads at the moment? Are you spending money on ads? Meta, TikTok?
I was previously, but I'm not at the moment until my custom bags have landed, and then I will relaunch. I've only ever done Meta ads. I haven't tried Google. I haven't. I don't even know where to start with Google ads or any of that. But I've dabbled in Meta ads. Yeah.
This strikes me as more of a Meta ads type product. But Paul, like I'm not the digital specialist, so maybe Paul, like
100% agree. This is a visual product. Like we've got a client that is selling a product that you put in your fridge to keep your veggies like fresh, right? She's doing, I don't know, it's the same thing. It's like, hey, look at the product, and it's an impulse buy, and it's not an overly considered purchase. When I say that, I don't mean to be offensive or anything, but it's not like you go, oh, $90,000 caravan that I seen on Facebook. Hang on, I need to see the ad 9 times, right? Or car or something. You're like, hey, that's a bargain, $79. Look at it. I can put all my stuff in it. Makes lots of sense. Like massive, like Meta product and Pinterest product, right? It's visual platforms. People going to like Google and searching for like a foldable travel bag, like it's going to be expensive to run ads for that. So Chris is right. You're doing a lot right. Again, I still think the same thing for you, like using our site framework, because you've got things in the wrong order. That's the biggest problem. Putting everything in the right order, and like you've already got the videos done, you've got the content done, blah blah blah. Like it's ready to rock and roll here as well. Yeah. So you need the same thing that Mel needs.
Sorry, mate, you go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say. You need the same thing that Mel needs, basically. Like, is there a reason you're not doing allowing people to pre-order the product and pay for it and give you their money now and be like, thanks very much, I'll keep it in my cryptocurrency account until it arrives?
Good question. I probably only thought of that probably a week ago, and then I just started kind of committed to launching in early November. And so I've sent out a few emails about a relaunch to my customer, the people I've got subscribers for at the moment. So I've kind of already put that out there, but I'm considering whether maybe, a couple of weeks before that, if my bags get here, maybe putting, or even if they're not, putting a pre-order option out there.
100%. As long as you've got, like, this has nothing to do with brand story or like messaging or anything now, but there's business advice, right? Like you've got a loyal customer database that are like ready to go, ready to buy, and you've got a good manufacturer that's not gonna at the last hour go, oh, sorry, we stuffed up your order and you've got everyone's money. If you're confident on those two things, like absolutely go for it. Like, and if heaven forbid something happens, you go, I'll give you your money back. Like it's better in your account. Like, and it's much better in your account than trying to go, let's take orders during Black Friday period when everyone goes, hang on, I'll buy everyone else's stuff. And they go, oh no, we won't, because we already bought stuff from Beck. We're good to go. Got in first with her, right? So if I was you, don't take this as financial advice, but maybe do it.
Yeah.
So
I might send out a pre-order campaign or something
How many contacts do you have so far?
About 2,000.
Oh, happy
I
days.
mean, we don't even have to really worry about ads just yet. We can start with that. That's pretty good.
I haven't been very successful at monetizing the email list though.
Okay. You know why? You know why? It's probably a messaging problem.
Yeah.
Probably just didn't say the right thing in your email. So once you figure that out for you, go, oh, I know what to say and I know how it should. And then when you join our community and you go, oh, I know how to do the email and I know how it should look, and then I'll send it and then I'll do a pre-order and then I'll get like $79 times 200 orders. I'm like, thanks very much. Early Christmas present. Now what do we do? Let's go order more.
Yeah.
This is a lesson for everyone who's just like, everyone's kind of in the starting phase as well. Like Chris M, he's the wizard. He's our head of branding. Like he created this process for us, and it's so important we get everyone who we ever help to do it. And the reason why, it's not just for the website. Like Paul just said, when you have that brand messaging, it's the actual wording, the phrases that are going to go on your website, but they also go on your marketing. They go like your emails, like Paul said, they go in your digital media. If you run ads, even if you hire an agency and you want to work with someone, you just hand them these phrases in your brand messaging strategy. That's why we really, really nail this and do it properly when we help people, because then it just goes everywhere. And that congruency of what you're saying really, really helps your conversion rate. Like if someone clicks through an ad and they're reading one thing and then they land on a website and it says a different thing, it just doesn't hit. They lose interest. Your bounce rate will be high. So, it's a lot of people don't even know of the brand strategy before they meet us, which is pretty funny, but it is so important. And we do it with everyone that we work with. Like over 100 sites a year we build, we try to include this. We teach how many people in the circle, like 200 plus at the moment. We have in there like coaching how to do this. So whether it's something you work alongside with us or get us to do it, or do it in our program, whatever works for you, this is so important. Start with a brand strategy. This is for everyone. Build a website. And then, I mean, look, for you, Beck, you could probably have this turned around pretty quickly. So I would say in that first 90 days, I'm not doing the big graphic. I'm not like, I can't do it like Paul does, but you could probably.
I'll do it.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Well, it's literally identical to maps.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm like, you've got like, I don't know what theme you're using or whatever. Like, it's pretty.
It's
close. Yeah, I know you put a lot of work into Dawn to get it to do.
Yeah,
you've done a lot to work to get to that point. You could probably continue on with it, but there's still stuff missing. Like even your collection pages aren't working how they should, and product pages. And I don't think I can order a product to see what your cart looks like. Because there's
you'll just find with those themes that like the time it takes for you to figure out how to do functions that will improve your conversion rate is going to drive you mad sometimes, because they're very limited in the functionality. So we try to make it as simple as possible. Paul, you'll talk about the converter kit in a little bit, but Beck, how'd you find that? Like, did you find this helpful?
Yeah, really helpful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No worries.
Do yourself one favor, turn off shipping protection in your checkout. Like that's the worst thing you can put on the checkout. The only people who like the shipping protection app is the people who make the app. No one else. It's turn that off. I would recommend that. All right, where to from here? Chris V and Chris, we've done 2 now. We've blasted through that. So
yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Back to Chris M, I reckon. Unless there's anyone else on it. Teresa's been here a bit, and Emily's been here, and Neutron.
Teresa and Emily, I spoke with it earlier in the week. Neutron's new. Does anyone else have a website who hasn't chatted with us who would like a quick bit of feedback? Happy to do it. I think we had one other one. Otherwise, we'll just start finishing up for the day.
We'll go over and talk. Chris will talk about all the amazing things that you should be buying from us.
Yeah, all good. Perfect.
Any in particular you'd like me to focus on?
Converter kit, I reckon, and a call to do both.
Okay.
You reckon? Can you say, Chris?
Yeah,
Chris B.
It'll help everyone. Yeah.
Converter kit's the way to go.
Okay, we don't have exactly that, but we can show you some stuff that's similar. Right.
Here I am. I was just going to say he's miserable Paul and he's happy Paul.
Yeah, I'm just going to stay here for a second because yes, this was not prepared. You've got 2 choices now. You've got happy Paul and sad Paul. And happy Paul or unhappy Paul is when you jump off this call and you spend the next year trying to figure it out, and then 12 months from now you jump on another call and go, I didn't do any of the stuff you guys said to do, and I don't know why my business still isn't working. and you try to figure it out and it doesn't work, because if you could have figured it out, you would have figured it out and you wouldn't be here asking for advice. The proven path is Happy Paul, right? This is option 2. This is the preferable path if you want to get this done, get it done properly, get it done faster, get it done with people that are also on the same path as you. As we said up front, work with people that can see around the corners, that know what's coming up next for you and can give you that advice on what to do. And hopefully we've demonstrated that today of how well we understand businesses and how to apply these principles to your business. So I can jump in here and just quickly rename this to the converter store. The converter kit, look at that, easy as that. This is our converter kit. Let me jump in. This isn't exactly, I'm making some stuff up on the go here, but our converter kit is the, actually I can't do that because that's not going to work.
I could just go off rip, Chris, if you want.
Just rip it or I'll do it. It's all good.
Yeah, just riff on it, because let me bring it up here. Let me find a new.
I'll tell you what the store converter kit while Chris tries to edit his slides. So basically, I've spent like 20 years building websites and figuring out the 500 different things that need to go into a Shopify site that actually make it convert as good as it can, right? So like I said at the start, there's a homepage, there's a product page, there's a checkout page, there's a cart page, there's the cart drawer, there's everything, right? And there's a lot of things that need to go in all those pages. Whenever you buy a theme from Shopify or you go get like Raj from Fiverr to build you a website, he doesn't put all the things into your site that you need. We do, right? And then when we build custom websites for people, of which we charge anywhere from like $8,500 to 20 grand for a website, we put all these in, but we're mindful that not everyone has that much money to spend on the website, although they should, because they get the brilliant website from day one. But we made this thing called the converter kit so that people that are more of a DIYer can still get an amazing website, but we come along, we install our store converter kit, which is a theme, but we apply all the high converting elements to all the pages on your website. You come along and you go, oh, cool. I've already got products on my website. That works. I've already got collections. That works. I might need to change some menus. That works. But I just need to put my brand messaging in my H1, my H2, some trust icons, put it on the homepage, put a bit of a story down the bottom about you, put a bit of a unique selling proposition about you, put that on there, click save, change some fonts, change some colors, upload some banners, and you go, great, now my site's built to convert properly, right? So, whilst it's not going to look as beautiful as our custom site, it's going to be better than any other existing site that you've got at the moment. So, that's what the converter kit is. I might get Chris to keep talking for a second.
Yeah, no worries. So guys, when we build websites for people, we have a full-scale dev team. They're awesome. They build about 100 plus sites a year. And like Paul mentioned, like these guys, they custom code about 400 to 500 different things in. And these are things that through our our history and our experience are all things that we call conversion element bumpers. Or conversion elements. And basically what we try to do is include all these things to create what we call a high converting website. So from the correct heading 1 and heading 2 in the right place, to those trust brand icons, to images that change when you hover over them, to nice buttons, to collection page layouts, everything that we include, we have put into this framework, this converter kit. So the point of this is, if you're someone who you have a cool product, you have a brand, and you're trying to grow it, and you know that the conversion rate is an issue, you know that how the website is built is an issue, we can teach you what to include on the website. We do that all day, but you might find it comes to a point where like, damn, it's going to take me so long to actually be able to code this thing in, or to go get help to actually get the coding done, because we can't teach people to be coders. So what we did as this kind of lovely halfway point is, for those who would make a huge difference to their business to have a website but can't quite afford to get it done completely by us, we've created the converter kit. So basically, you can come in, we install it, you grab the converter kit, we install this into your Shopify backend. And if you already have a website with products and some branding and things like that and images, beautiful. All you need to do is now just drag them from your store currently to this new store. And once it's all there looking nice, it has all the conversion elements, then bang, you're ready to go live. And the best thing is, guys, we don't just give you this converter kit and then say, best of luck, here you go. As a few of you may know, like we actually run what's called the eCommerce circle. It's a private mentoring community where we teach people all these aspects every single day. We have about 8 calls going over the brand messaging, story, digital strategy, which breaks up into like meta ads, Klaviyo, etc. All these other things. We have this community with actually a dedicated channel to this converter kit. So when you get this, you get free access to the community as well for 2 months. So when you come in, we'll jump on a fast path plan call, and we'll say, okay, cool, this is where the business is weak. This is what you need to focus on. So while you have that converter kit and you can start building the website, coming to the conversion rate website calls with Paul, coming to the brand messaging with Chris, you start putting all the things into this website, into this theme, and you get the branding, you get the digital marketing strategy, and then you get to put it all into one with the help of this community. So it's a bit of an all-in-one, guys, but this converter kit is going to save you so much time and pain trying to make a website that looks like ours by yourself. So if you do feel like a website that is built to convert will make a huge difference for you, and you don't want to spend the next 6 months trying to figure out how to do it for yourself, I couldn't recommend this anymore. We released this for last Black Friday. It sold out instantly, and we've been helping people with it this whole year, and people just seem to love it. We got a lot of good reviews on it, especially if you find yourself not to be tech savvy. This is for you. It removes the tech savvy part of it. You just need to know how to use a computer, and you're good to go. So that's the converter kit. I really recommend you. I think Roxy left a link to it. Go open it up, have a read through. If you want to chat about it, if you're not so sure you want to make the move here right now, no problem. I'll get Roxy to also leave a link to a call. We'll jump on and we'll go through the business and then talk about the converter kit a little bit more if you'd like. But yeah, basically that's it, guys. Either book a call with us and we'll go through some strategy, or just jump into the converter kit, get into the circle, and we'll get this business turned around for you guys in the next month or two. There's a link for you there.
Chris is just sharing all those other bonuses and stuff that you get in there as well. Like you get access to his brand course, you get access to my pro course, you get a meta ads course, you get a creator course, heaps of stuff.
Yeah. So it's really, we give you the thing and the support to go alongside it. So we're there every step of the way. Has some lovely reviews. You can go check them out. You can never go speak to those people and hear the honesty if you like. But yeah, guys, that's the offer.
Yeah.
Would recommend.
Any questions from anybody at the moment? I think he covered everything. You didn't talk about like how many calls we do. Like we do 8 calls inside the e-commerce circle every week. Like we do a meta ads call. You go to the call, learn how to run meta ads. You go to the Google ads call, learn how to do that. You go to my conversion rate call where we talk about the store stuff. You go to Chris's brand call, we talk about story. Like we do, everything is covered in this thing. Like even at the end of your 2 months that you get for free, by the end of 2 months, you'll be like, hey, I've made heaps of friends in here that are building great businesses. Go, oh, I want to stay. You go, great. It's $97 a month to stay. And to continue learning. Busy mum, you can come to 2 calls a week. You can come to none. You can watch the recordings, when you're ready, and you become a bigger brand, you can go into our other programs as well that we do in the future. But like right now, these are the perfect things, perfect next steps.
I've just actually dropped a video as well. I did a sit-down interview with the lovely Karen, who's part of the circle. She's done the converter kit. A lovely lady, and by her own admission, is old and doesn't know how to use a computer that well. She came in here, got the converter kit, and with our support, has managed to take her. She had a tea. Well, it's a tea business. She does tea leaf readings as well. I mean, it's a pretty cool business, but she managed to take it from this old website that was getting not a lot of sales or not much traffic to it. And she got into this by herself and with our support, used the converter kit, and is now she's got this beautiful website. She's tripled her revenue from it, and she's still in the circle getting support every day and growing the business alongside us. So if Karen can do it, guys, you can do it too. All right. Oh, you want to actually play it, Paul?
Oh, I want to go for.
It's a good 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. I'm sure everyone's busy enough. But like Chris said, watch the video. There's heaps of them. Any questions though? Does anyone have any questions about anything? Hopefully this has been helpful. If it has, chuck a yes or something in there. Either way, please keep an eye out for messages from Chris and Roxy. We're here to help you. And we're here to help you with the thing that you need, not just sell you the most expensive thing. Everyone on this call needs this and do that. When you're ready for the next thing, and away you go, right? So if we don't have any questions, I'm going to go and stop coughing and annoying you guys with my coughing. Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you all. Leave us a review if you can. Chris will drop a link to review, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Well, let me get that link for you 1 second. Of course, I closed it before. Sorry, guys. I'll hold you here for 1 more minute. because we do love these reviews. If you did enjoy the show. Forms. All right.
There you go.
Workshop. Oh, did someone already drop it for me?
Yep.
Oh,
Roxy did.
beautiful. Ah, thanks, Roxy. The best.
There you
Guys,
go.
leave a review for us if you found it helpful. Book a call if you want to chat to me, or if you're ready to just jump in, get the converter kit link, get in, and we'll see you in there anyway. Otherwise, I hope we see you some point, even if it's in the future, and we'll grow those businesses together. Thanks so much.
Cheers. Bye.